Hey everyone, this is Cryptoed. Welcome to my first ever market analysis video for NBA Top Shot. Now this video is more going to be focused on the functionality of the marketplace and how it works, and I'll get into a little bit of the pricing and differences between the sets. So once you're logged in on the page, you have the marketplace button on the left hand side. Once you click there, you're greeted with this page where the default sorting option is by the newest listing date. So this Patty Mills with the strip for $17 was the most recent thing listed. And along the top, you'll see there's a search bar and a filters button, which we'll get into in a second. So let's say you just want to come in and look for either by player or team. You want to look for the Lakers, punch in Lakers. And now it's filtered for all Lakers players for all sets. And same with players. Type in LeBron James. You see all the LeBrons available from each set. Now here, it's not appearing on my video recording program, but when you click this drop-down menu, there's a bunch of different options for sorting. There's sorting by the newest and oldest listing dates, the highest and lowest asking price, as well as the newest and oldest game dates. So what I typically do is I sort by the lowest price first to get a sense of what's the floor value of some of these players. So you'll see there for $2 is the lowest price for some of the quote-unquote lower tier players, but that's all subjective how you want to judge the value of each moment. For example, you see a Bradley Beal here for $2, so you might want to pick that up, try to flip it for a little more, or just hold it long term, as I would say he's definitely more than a $2 player. And keep scrolling down, and here's like a Ricky Rubio for $2. Oladipo for $2, and it also shows how many are available. So there's 17 Christian Woods, 24 Buddy Hields, etc. So now let's click into one of these moments to see what it looks like. Let's click into the Bradley Beal. So you're greeted with this page. It looks similar to just clicking a moment in your collection, and with the difference being on this right-hand side, you see this kind of sales page. Now, how Dapper has explained it is eBay meets StockX is how they've explained it, and I kind of see where they're coming from between the whole search option and having this somewhat of a slider type price setting. And down below, you have some stats about the moments, the circulating count, and the highlight stats, standard for all the moments. Now, the big difference here is this drop-down menu. I'll post a screenshot of what this looks like, since when you click it, you can't, it's not showing off my recording software. But basically when you click this, you're greeted by all the serial numbers for sale, at what price, and there's also the lowest ask is sticking out. Now again, a serial number for these moments is the sequential order that these moments were minted on the Flow blockchain. So number 1, that was the first ever Bradley Beal moment. And right now there's 1178 total. And you can select which one you want, for what price point, and you click buy. Going back, let's look at some of the filters. So you have your players and teams, but then you can start filtering by set, price, the game dates, and the positions. I typically like to look at base sets. I'm a base set collector. I'm not trying to put $1 million into this. So I'll typically just filter by base if I'm not looking for a specific player. Sort it by lowest ask. Try to find a pickup. Maybe somebody posts something cheap. I was able to get like a Devin Booker and the Vince Carter for $2 this morning. And then if you sort it by expensive, you'll see you have LeBron, Curry, LeBron again, Giannis, James Harden, John Morant, etc. Now, the base set is interesting because you might be wondering, like, why would a Gallinari be like so expensive towards the top, and same with a Khris Middleton. So with the base set, there are 13 retired moments, which I will also put a screenshot up on the screen, which basically means that there's only 1,000 of those 13. And that's because there was already a moment that existed. So there's Khris Middleton dunk moment was out there. And then the With the Strip pack and set was released, and that had a new Khris Middleton steal moment. So because that Khris Middleton steal moment, because Khris Middleton now has 2 moments, that first dunk is now quote-unquote retired, and there's only 1,000, and no more can ever be pulled. And you'll see that even the new one is going at a slight premium because there's currently only 320 out there. But this is going to increase in the future, most likely to the thousands like the other ones. But as people are trying to complete their base sets as early as possible, that's why there's some of these premiums for these others. So this Khris Middleton is only 1,000. The cheapest is $34, and there's a lot up there. And then the new common, which can still be pulled, for 15, which is a lot higher than a lot of those other cards I showed earlier. Now, just don't want to filter. Let's look at some of the more expensive sets. So look at the Cosmic. I'm going to leave it at the highest. So it's LeBron James, kind of being considered the best quote-unquote card right now. So the Cosmic set came from the Cosmic pack. There's only 49 of each. So pretty wild. This morning, the number 34 LeBron James Cosmic sold for $5,200 USD. It was a new user. It was not a Dapper employee. It was not any type of weird situation going on. It was a legitimate sale. So a lot of people are excited. And currently, the highest amount you can list something for is $10,000. And that's just to avoid fraud and any more, tricky types of sketchy things people might try to pull. But that's going to increase in the future. Where am I? Going back. So you'll see you have LeBron, Zion, Luka, John Morant. Usual cast of characters in terms of the most expensive. So these are rare. There's only 49 of them. Those packs are done with. No more can ever be found. Look at some of the other expenses. You got the hollows, and from the top, again LeBron. You can see 1,500 as compared to the 5,000 for the Cosmic. So there's 59 of these. Now to buy a moment, I'll show you what it looks like. I'm not actually going to buy one. So let's click into this Tyus Jones. Usually it'll default to the lowest ask, but I'm using a different computer. I think it's just defaulting to the lowest serial. I don't know if that's a new feature actually. There's been some updates today. But I'm switching it to the lowest ask, $2. Click buy now, and you'll be greeted with that white page that you see whenever you buy a pack or whatnot. So when you're buying, so you can currently only buy with a credit card and Dapper credits, which I'll talk about in a minute. So when you buy with a credit card, you're hit with some of these service fees. So this $2 card ends up being $2.41. Okay, percentage-wise, it's kind of a lot, but it is what it is. But then if you would pay with crypto, you'll see this Dapper balance. So what a Dapper balance is, when you sell a card on the marketplace, currently you're given Dapper balance, which is a 1-to-1 peg to US dollars. And you can use that balance to buy cards on the marketplace or other packs. I sold a Kemba Walker for $10, and there's a 5% marketplace fee. So I received $9.50, Dapper received 50 cents, and then I bought those 2 cards I mentioned earlier for $4. I have $5.50 left. Now, in the future, they said you're going to be able to withdraw in different cryptocurrencies, some stable coins, and eventually, ACH, all clearinghouse, straight to your bank. So you put in your credit card information, or if it's saved, pay with crypto, confirm. You'll get the pop-up that it's processing, and then it'll appear in your moments. It's a pretty quick, seamless process. Back to the page. Now, what does it look like when you want to sell a moment? Go into my moments. Let's click as Jimmy Butler. So now everyone has this option, place for sale, above this and this gift. So one very interesting thing, a little bit of a controversy, but I actually think it's smart, is that you can only price cards to the dollar amount. It does not allow you to put anything besides a complete dollar amounts. And why I think this is really good is because from other video games, you think of like the auction house in World of Warcraft or some of those MMOs, the undercutting people get is just annoying. So let's say I put this up for $10, hoping to sell it, and then you come back later and you see people put something up for $9.99 or $9.98, $9.97. All of a sudden you're like the eighth highest card for a couple cents and you're never going to sell. So that's why I think it was smart they implemented that. But the argument the other way is, okay, it's $10 and you want to undercut, you automatically have to drop 10% at least. And once you start, if someone's at $5 and you want to undercut and you start getting to 3, 2, that percentage starts going up significantly. So I think it's a good thing. We'll see how that kind of plays out. So what you do is you put a price. I'll just put it up for $50 because I want to keep it. I don't want to sell it. I'll just put it to Jimmy Butler for sale. You put in the dollar amount. You see the fees. Place for sale. It's a confirmation page. Confirm. Here's your processing Top Shot listing. It eventually goes through. I don't want to sit here and waste everyone's time waiting for it. And then when you have something for sale in your collection, you can see people might have seen this on other profiles. It has this for sale logo and it has the price it was listed for. Currently, as of this moment, I don't know if it's a bug or intentional. I'm sure they're going to fix it, but you can't see your own listings on the marketplace. It's a little weird, but at least you can see it, here. I recommend just keeping track. I have a spreadsheet. I track the players, the serial numbers, the price I put it for. Definitely want to keep track of that for now, because if any issue comes up, having that serial number is important. And then a new thing they added on your activity feed is having notifications. So they didn't even have this at first, so you had to just kind of figure out what the hell sold. But now that they have this, you can see, okay, my Kemba Walker sold. Click into it. Gives you some details. View moment. And there you go. And I can see that someone bought it for me. What up, Cryptodelphia? And that's the marketplace in a nutshell, pretty much. So what I've been doing, like I said, I've just been sorting by lowest, trying to snipe anything low. I got a Devin Booker, I got a Vince Carter, $2 each. Got a Ben Simmons for $5. I got really lucky and I got a retired Khris Middleton. You saw that earlier. The Khris Middleton dunk base set, the lowest is 34. Somebody put it up for $5. I managed to snag it. And that's pretty much the marketplace. It's early. Like I said, it's been out for less than 2 days. I'm sure this video will be outdated in a couple of days. But I hope this can at least help people get started playing the market, trying to sell their cards. They want to buy some cards. I'm in this for the long haul. I just put up some cards for fun. I'm more into buying some of these cheap base moments. Maybe I'll start buying some with the strips to complete my set. But that said, this is exciting. It's you don't need to know anything about crypto, to be involved with this. And that's, the great part about this. And like I said, there was a $5,200 sale this morning. So this is legit. This is happening. This isn't nonsense. People are spending money. So if you have any questions, you can reach out to me on Twitter or Discord, at Cryptoed. And for next time, thank you for watching, everybody.